Hi, friends. How are you tonight? It looks like I'm struggling for Wi-Fi. Let me see here if I'm on the right one. I am on the right one. It's my new Wi-Fi. So let's see if it recovers. If it doesn't, let's see here. I don't know what to do. It's really low. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I have nothing. It's my experiment Wi-Fi. Oh, it's coming up. It's coming up. Oh, there we go. I don't know. Just when you think you got it figured out, then it doesn't work. But that's all right. Welcome to my Christmas Words Collage class. It's kind of a mouthful, and it's not a stamp set tonight. My name is Cheryl Wright. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Northeastern Montana, where I hope to inspire you one project at a time or with one product at a time. Tonight, I am, like I said, I am featuring a stamp set, not a stamp set, hybrid embossing folder that is in the catalog. I believe it's in the catalog in the back. Let me add my other camera and you can see what I'm doing. All right. I wasn't going to be here tonight, and then my plans changed today. I didn't get as much done this week because I was sick, as you know. I coughed through last week's video. And so I had to play catch up today. So I'm going to go to my retreat tomorrow. Today I got Stampin' Cross Country ready to mail. Yes. So it is in the product that I'm featuring this evening is in the back of page 57 of the September-December catalog. It says Christmas Words Collage Hybrid Embossing Folder. And we also have a different one that is in the annual catalog. Ooh, do you like that? Look at all those. I haven't looked at this catalog for a while. I need to get back in here. Let me see here. Page 109 is where you can find this one. And it's got some standard words. Thinking of you, love you, hello, celebrate, just because, that kind of thing. This one's all about Christmas. So we can use this a couple different ways. And I just thought of another way. I am going to be at my retreat this weekend, but I did not get a video done ahead of time. And I'm home tonight. I'm going to leave in the morning. So I thought, why not just pop on and do a quick one? This one isn't the same like as I usually do, but it's all right. Before I forget, there is this amazing starter kit special that you can get $125 worth of products for $35, or you can get $189 worth of products for $99. And you get to pick what's in your kit, and you can use it to start a business or not. So let me get out my toys for the evening. So like I said, this is one of them. This is the Christmas Words Collage. And it is a single die. And you use them together, or you can use this separately. And I'm going to show you how to do a card that way. So the other one that I'm not really going to use too much tonight, but I do own, is this one. And it has some extra little doohickeys in it. The Christmas one doesn't have any extra little doohickeys. There's a rainbow, some stars, clouds, different things. This is in the thoughtful moments. And this one you could use without the dies, but there's not a lot of places that you're going to want to say thank you and hello and celebrate and get well and you make me happy all at one time. So we're going to set this aside. I don't know that we'll use that one, but just know that almost everything, well, everything we do with this one, you can do with the other one. Now, a hybrid embossing folder is an embossing folder, and it's got enough static cling that it catches little things. Not a feature they market, but it is one. So you always put the die up. So this is not a razor blade edge, but it's a sharp edge. You put it on the side where the Stampin' Up emblem is, and you have to match it. And then once you get it there, it's kind of locked in place. All right. So we're going to start off with, we'll just start off with this one because I have it ready to go. So this is a sheet of double-sided or two-toned cardstock. And I have it cut 6 by 6 because that is how much it's going to take. Now, you do not have to do all the words. If you just want to do one word, you can just do one word. But you see how it just, the whole thing is going to get cut and embossed at the same time. Hi, Anna. I was supposed to be gone, but I'm here, so I'm here. All right. Ugh. And I just messed it up. And I really messed it up now. All right, we're going to have to redo that part, but that is okay. So I don't need these plates. I need the 3D plate, and I'm going to turn this sideways. There, that might be better because this is what I've done to my plate. So we're going to try that again. We're going to lock this in. Apparently when you throw it around, it doesn't stick. Ha, ha, ha. And then we're going to put this paper in, whatever color you want cut. Have it toward the dies. This is the two-tone cardstock. Then it's important, you need to put the fold in first. The fold must go in first because if it catches this edge, if it goes in first, then it might buckle your whole embossing folder. So make sure you put the fold goes in first. Now, there's a big sandwich in here. So it's going to take a lot to crank, and that's okay. It is going to take a lot to crank, but you can hear it cracking and cutting. And then we're done. All right. So I'm going to set that aside. I usually don't close this, but I'm going to be using those plates and they don't sit in there nicely and snug. So I am going to do this. All right. So now we're going to bring this over and open it up. And as you can see, we have many, many, many Christmas sayings just ready to go. And this can be garbage. But there's really not a lot of waste in there. For that many words, that's not much waste. Hi, Shirley. Well, I'm glad you're here. I usually am. I wasn't planning on being here, but I am, and I'm glad the rest of you showed up also. I tried to, when I made the decision not to go to my retreat until tomorrow, I hurried up and scheduled a video, and I was hoping that some of you would see it. I was hoping all of you would see it, but I'm so thankful that some of you really did see it. All right, so there. Okay, so we're going to set this aside for a minute, and you have all these wonderful words that you can use. All right, so let me make another card base just because I have, nope, I'm going to do green. I have some of this fun paper from the North Pole delivery. It is so cute. And I have one ready to go, but I just thought of another one. So this is some fun paper. This is not stickers, but punch outs. We may use some of those. Oh, there's 2 sheets. Oh, I missed that second sheet when I was fiddling with it. All right, there's that one. And some cars. Oh, we're going to do a car one. All right. So let's see how fast we can make a card. So we're going to get some green, garden green, and I'm just going to reach in here. And I'm going to make a card base. And I'm upside down. So 5.5. And I'm going to score it at 4.25. And I'm going to cut this at 5.25 by 4. Ooh, look at that side. If you have to mass produce Christmas cards, this is the item to get. All right, we're not even going to double layer this one. We're going to get that ridge down. Cute. All those trucks. I like the squirrel driving in the middle. Oh, no, maybe I like the dog in the bottom. All right. Now we're going to pick one of these. I was thinking Holly Jolly. And then all we'd have to do is put it on there. And it looked more like a Holly Jolly Christmas here. And you could be done. All right. But we're going to take the white craft ink. And we're just going to go over the top of it. And bring out those letters just a little bit. Now you could do this on any color with if it was a light color, you could do this with a dark color. Otherwise, you have to use the white. What do you think? Pretty simple, isn't it? All right, we're going to grab, what kind of ribbon do we have? We're going to use some of this ribbon. This is new ribbon. This is garden green. And that's what color we're using, so we're going to go for it. And it makes it look like it's going fast. So I'm going to do 1, 2, flip this over, and let's see here. You learned something new. Oh, isn't that a great fun fold? Anna made a fun fold from last Tuesday from that card, and that recipe. That is one of my favorites. And I thought we had done it, but I know we've done it as a Stampin' Cross Country. And so maybe that's what I was thinking. And then I'm just going to do this. And got a little adhesive showing. We'll get dimensionals. Put it where the L's are so it hides it more, or I have to cut them down. And there is my Holly Jolly Christmas. I could bling it up a little bit more, but I want to show you how simple it is. I could put it down here, but I really like these two. All right, so the next one I'm ready for is, I'm just coming up with more ideas. This one I'm ready for. I have two that I was ready for. This was one that I wanted to show you that I wasn't really ready for. The next one, we're going to do a simple book binding. This is using some of the same DSP, but this is Poppy Parade, and I have it scored. It's 4 1/4 by 11, and I have it scored at 5 1/2, and I have it scored at 4 1/4 and 5 1/2. All right, so there's a score right there. We are going to go ahead and put some adhesive on this inside, because we don't want that actually to open there. All right. So I have a piece of white. And this again is going to be another quick one. My white is going to go here. I have a very narrow border for this one. Okay. And then I grabbed some of the mail paper, the letter paper. I think I want it to go like that. And then we're going to put that down. The fanciest technique that you can do with this embossing folder, I'm going to do last, because it also happens to be the messiest. So I'm going to show that to you last. All right. So there's that. Oh, I didn't cut an extra piece for this, but that's all right. I don't need an extra piece for this. Oh, I do. Let me make a little mat. This will be perfect. So I have, like 1 1/4 by 4 1/8. Should probably have that be 1 1/8. 1 1/8. I do better when I'm on. Okay, there. Now I have a mat for the side. Hopefully this little piece will fit in there nicely. Oh, yes. Oh, good. My math is mathing tonight. That is a good sign that my brain is clearing from this, whatever I had going on. Still not 100%, as you can hear in my voice, but I am so much better than I was. Thank you for bearing with me last week. Yeah. All right, so then we're going to put this on the card. Now we're going to get back to our embossing folder. We're going to use another piece of the ones that we used. So I have 'Tis the Season, Merry Christmas, Season's Greetings. What goes with envelopes? Happy Christmas, Good Tidings to You, and a lot of little ones. Hi, how are you? And Anique, is that correct? Aniki? Thank you for joining us. All right, I think I'm going to go with Season's Greetings because they're it's letters, right? Okay, now I already showed you to take the white ink pad and drag it over, but you noticed I used the two-tone cardstock on this. The two-tone cardstock. So that means, get it out. That means you can use a simple piece of sandpaper or a nail file or whatever, and you can drag it over. And our two-tone cardstock has a white core in it. So you can drag this across gently, and it will bring out the white core. And you can read these letters. This looks, don't go too hard, don't go too much. You'll just sand the letter right off, but just gently. And then you get the Season's Greetings to pop. And we're going to put that right about there. I don't think we're going to do any ribbon on that one. I think we're just going to let the Season's Greetings greet. So another really quick card using that. I know what I wanted to do with this. So I'm not going to put that on quite yet because I told you I had that. I have this sticker. They're not stickers, but I have a sheet that has critters with mail in their mouths and stuff. So maybe we'll pick one. We'll pick this little wiener dog down here. He's cute. He can be our focal point. All right, there. We picked him, and he can be a little pup down here. Okay, I wanted to make sure I had room for it. Then I have Season's Greetings, because that's what the letters are, our greetings from far away. And then we'll put the little pup in there. I think I might use a double. Is that going to be too long? It's a little too long, but that's okay. We'll use that piece on his head. And I am changing my mind. I'm going to put a piece of linen thread. I'm going to tie a bow. I was going to put it with the dog, but I just changed my mind again. Don't you love crafting with me? Crafting with me. Because there's bows on here, so I want to do that too. I'm going to put it behind the dog, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take a glue dot. And take my glue dot with my take your pick tool, roll it into a ball. Instead of a disc, now it's a ball. And put it on behind the knot and then set it down. And there I have a cute little bow on my card. So there's a cute little card, and that is using sanding it off. All right, so we've drug ink across it and we've sanded it off, and we could leave it, just leave it. But sometimes it works better with some paper than others. So I'm going to set aside all these pieces, and I have to get my machine out. Actually, first of all, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to use a piece of gold. Well, gold is like gold in my house because I don't buy large packs of this. So I'm going to cut the center out. That's what I'm going to use to emboss because I'm going to layer it and nobody's going to see the middle anyway. Oh, I should have used the squirrel. Sorry. Let's see here. Hi, Dab. You are not late. You are right on time. You can always go back and catch up from the beginning. All right. Let's see here. So I just went in about 3/4 of an inch all the way around and basically made a frame. It does not have to be neat. It's going to be a layer for my card. And nobody's going to see this part, so it doesn't matter if it's there or not. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my embossing folder. And again, well, let's figure out what we want to do. This is fancy. It's gold, right? So I like the Merry Christmas. I think I'm going to do the Merry Christmas. It's way down here. Okay, so I've decided what I'm going to do. I don't want a whole gold sheet of it. Maybe I'm mass producing this, so I only want to use this bottom part. So I'm just going to go ahead and anchor that there. Now I could use a piece of my Post-it note tape, or I could just trust it. I'm going to trust it. And I'm probably going to regret it. But I'm going to trust it. I'm afraid that the Post-it note tape would gum it up. All right. I am not setting this down. I need my machine back. And I'm one-handed. Okay. So remember with this, fold goes in first. Fold goes in first. Seeing some video glitches tonight. Hoping my new internet can handle it. All right, remember this is going to be tight. It's a thick sandwich. And that's okay. That's the way Stampin' Up made it to work. We are not doing anything that Stampin' Up doesn't encourage us to do. All right, so let's pull this back into the camera and look at, we have all those beautiful little gold pieces. Now some of them are garbage. This one and that one. And this outer edge. We have ope. Well, that would be fun if we were in Minnesota. Don't they say ope over there? Ope. But if you can just see the shimmer, you don't need to color this with anything else. It is just gorgeous, and you can read it very easily. All right, so let's pull those pieces in and we'll make a card. All right, so I have a piece of black that is 4 1/4 by 11. I don't know, I like this cut today. This basic black. This is going to be so elegant. And then I have that piece that I cut the center out of because if you're making a bunch, you got to make your gold go as far as you can. Just a second. Let me grab some chapstick. If that's my only problem is chapped lips tonight, we are good. A lot better than last week. And there we go. Now, this is just going to have the standard around the edge border. Get it on there straightish. All right. And then I have some of this beautiful paper. This is from the Modern Christmas. And let me just show you this quick. I just got these. I haven't shown you these. So this has got some beautiful stars and Christmas tree, black and white Christmas trees, or just trees, black and white trees. Isn't that just gorgeous? You could do so much with this. So elegant. And there you have it. So that's the paper I'm using with a little gold foil. And we're going to put this on. And I'm going to go just a swipe in the middle, and then I'll go around my edge. I don't know why I have the Stampin' Seal Plus out tonight, although actually with the foil, maybe it's probably a better idea. I don't know if this is our most current foil or not, but this one's got some ridges. It's brushed foil. Oh, that's a little crooked. Come on. Come on. Maybe it's just going to be a little crooked. You know what? It's not that crooked. We're going to let it be a little crooked. All right. And we're going to use Merry Christmas. I have some of this beautiful. Oh, I had some of the beautiful. What did I do with the beautiful? Oh, it's right here. This is some of the, it's mesh ribbon, gold striped. I thought it would look really pretty behind there. So we're just going to do the same thing we did on the last one, kind of just add a couple and behind it. That's probably too much. And again. Oops. Kind of adjust it a little bit. And then I think what I'll do on this end, I think I'll have this one go in and this one go in. And do the same thing on this end. Make it a banner end, but with 2 pieces of ribbon. There we go. And that's how this embossing folder is just that easy to use. Yes, I think you do need it. I think everyone needs it. If you like a little elegance in your life, you need this DSP. I'm going to do one more on this. Just because. Just because I want it to pop. So if you're interested in this embossing folder, I do have a link for it in the description of my video, and it will take you right to it. And then we're going to go ahead and lay it down. Right. Ooh, that's not centered at all. Ah! Now I'm falling apart here. All right, those 2 committed already. There we go. All right. And just with that embossing folder. Isn't that gorgeous? Then we could add some gems. We have lots of gems that go with this gold. And let's see. I know I have some in here. Oh, these would be pretty. Those nice flat ones. Or I guess that's what I have available is the nice flat ones. So we'll add a couple of these. Some stars would look nice. These are the low profile ones, but they just shine. Oh. They don't like to be picked up with the take your pick tool though. We'll put one on top of there, and then we'll put another small one kind of over here. So there you go. There's card number 3. I usually have one card done, and I've just finished my 3rd one. All right. So I have these for another time. So you could just mass produce these, or you could just kind of go in that one corner and do that. You can also color these words with dye or with other ink. Let me grab. Yeah. Let me back up. All right, so let me just grab a piece of paper. Let me see what I have. I have a bunch cut out already. You make me happy. All right. So we're just going to go with some other designer series paper that I have. Let's go on a trip. All right, and we can use some. So we're varying off of the Christmas theme. We're going to use some of the thoughtful words, one of the thoughtful words. So I guess I don't have to make a card every time I do one. I can just show you the techniques of them too. Well, how much fun would that be? Gotta make cards, right? Gotta make stuff. Right, this, we're gonna go 4, 5 1/4. My blade does not want to let me leave. All right. So let me grab a brush. And this is Shy Shamrock. And we can also use Summer Splash. Let's go ahead and use some Strawberry Slush. It's another color that's on there. I grabbed the wrong brush. Oh. I have one for each family-ish. You know, like red-ish. All right, let me grab a scrap paper. And this is the part where Cheryl paints her fingers red. So get some color on your brush and just brush it over the top. So you can make a whole bunch of white ones. And then you can just color them up a little bit more. And the colors on here kind of give it some more shadows so that you can read the words a little better. So we could do You Make Me Happy. That one didn't turn out as well. But let me show you. I guess I have, oops, I'm losing my earbud. That keeps my audio happy. All right, let's see here. So that would be one. I don't know, that might be a dud. Well, we might set that one aside and come back to it. All right. So let's do this. I want to use the folder as much as I need to before I do the last step, because the last step makes it very messy. So I'm going to do one more. I'm going to cut a card base And you know what? We're just thinking green, and green is right here. So we're going to do that. I'm going to cut this down to a card size. And I'm going to run this through the machine. And I'm just going to put it kind of in the middle where I want it. I want a lot of the words to be visible, but not all of them. I want it kind of straight. Okay. Now this one, I'm not using the die. This is a very, very fun hybrid die. You can do so much with it. And I set my plates. Then I put my trimmer over the top. Again, fold goes first and then crank it through. If you're enjoying this video, please like it. If you really enjoy it, share it. And if you want to come back another time, make sure you subscribe. If you would like to be on my email list, go to that QR code at orcraftwithcheryl.com and sign up for my emails that get you in on all the fun stuff. All right. So now we have this, and we have a 'Tis the Season that fits right over the top of this. So it would just pop that out even more and make it even a fancy card without having to do as much with it. So we can finish this card off. Let's see here. If it's got gold, do we want a black? Make it pop even more. Ta-da! Oops, that's my ta-da. See, so we could do that one. So you can emboss that and just use the words. I mean, it's a very nice Christmas. All right, so now we're going to get messy. You have two ways to do this. And you can experiment and do so many different things with this. But I have done it before where you take and drag a ink pad over this side, and then you get a really rich texture. But with this, you want to do it a little more delicately because you want these lines to show. So we need to pick one that I think would work best. Let's do cloud cover. No, let's not do cloud cover. I'm going to pop you down. I'm going to do balmy blue. I know it's not Christmassy, but it might be better. I'm back. So, Stampin' Up has brayers for sale. And it's just it's a rubber roller. And if your ink pad is too juicy, it's going to cause problems. If your ink pad is not juicy enough, it's going to cause you problems. So you need to find that perfectly juiced ink pad. And I hope this is one, but I don't know for sure. So get ink on your brayer and then roll it on your embossing folder. And again, I shouldn't have done this color on this, but that's okay. And you can do the whole embossing folder, or you can just do part of it. Make sure you get all the way up to the fold. Actually, I think this color does go with one of the Christmas. Yeah, who doesn't have, who doesn't need blue, right? All right. Usually your brayer has legs, so you put it legs up, and then you still get ink everywhere. And I need a piece of white, 6 by 6. I should have done that ahead of time, but that's okay. And then it's plastic, so it's not drying really super fast. Then I need my blade, and my blade is going to go just like this. Lock it in place. Okay. And we're going to put this on. Don't smudge it around any. All right. This is why we had to do this one last, is because once you get this dirty, you have to wash it after you're done. Oh, wow. My embossing machine's filthy on the outside. I need to wash it. All right, fold goes in first. I don't necessarily need to use this on a card. I'm just showing you what else you can do with this embossing folder. Hi, Nancy. Oh, Nancy's been here the whole time. It's Tess that's new. Hi, Tess. All right. Okay. Don't forget there's that awesome starter kit special too for $35 in the United States. You can be a part of all of the fun that Stampin' Up! Has to offer, not just some of it. All of it. All right. Actually, this one turned out pretty good. Like I said, if your ink pad is too juicy, it doesn't work. But if it's just juicy enough, and that's what I had. So then it takes the outline of those letters and adds it to your words. So that worked out wonderful. So I have some of these, and I think they go with them. Like I said, I was just showing you how to do it, because now I don't want to use this because it's got blue all over it. So I'll have to wash it before I use it. But we could use these. I'll show you a couple I did with red. That one turned out all right. But my red was a little too juicy. You can kind of see it in spots where it was very juicy. I think I threw a whole one away because it was just a little too. But you can play around with it and make all of them that you want. Make sure you get it rolled on evenly. I have just tons of them over here. So I was playing, got to play with it a little bit. Here's a nice big hello. So that would go nicely on a card. So let me just show you my cards, and you could put this on any of your cards. Like I said, we have 2 embossing folders like this. We have the Christmas one, and then we have the one that has the hello and the thank you and all that. If you were here when I showed you my tractor class, and I forgot a card, so I have to do that again. This is one of them, and you can see how that worked out better. I just went over it a couple more times with the stamp and the brush. So that's one of these words done. So I need to show, I'm going to do another video with a sneak peek of my Tractor and Company class in case somebody wants to join me on my next one. I was going to have it ready to go by now, but just being sick has kind of thrown me for a loop. Anyway, you can make a whole bunch of words. You can make words out of gold, and actually you can read them. You can make them out of the two-tone cardstock and sand off the top layer so you can see the white show through, or you can just drag a white ink pad over the top of them. You can just emboss and not cut per se and have tons of words. And then you can actually highlight one of the words in gold or something else. So this was more of a technique class, how to use a specific product that we have. And this one takes a lot of trial and error if you want to use the ink. I like that too, but like I said, you have to have the right juiced up ink pad. If you have one that's too juicy, it's not going to work. So, or if it's not juicy enough. So yeah, it takes a little trial and error to find that out. But I don't think I think the gold shows, and silver would do the same. So that is my little technique class for tonight. Like I said, I wasn't planning on being here, but I am here and we had a great class and I didn't cough one time. So I am on the mend. If you enjoyed the class, please like it, share it, comment. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for watching and joining me. Sign up for my emails at craftwithcheryl.com. You can get this embossing folder. The link is in the description, or you can go to stampinup.com and look for hybrid embossing folders if you want to go old school. So they are also in both catalogs. So have a great weekend. I am going to my crafting retreat. I'm going to go pack up my bags right now so I can leave early in the morning, I hope. Thank you, Anna. Thanks, Nancy. And I will be back on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure I'll be here Tuesday with another mystery stamping. And we will dive into that. So have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for joining me. Bye-bye.